Scalar and vector physical quantities. We study so many physical quantities like distance, velocity, velocity, and many more. All these quantities are broadly classified under two categories, which are scalar or vector depending upon, where they give complete information about the magnitude and direction. Okay, so it depends upon where they give the complete information about the magnitude, means value, and direction, or sometime it give the incomplete information like only direction. Okay, let's discuss about scalar quantity. The quantities that depend upon magnitude and not the direction is called scalar quantities. What is a scalar quantity? The quantities that depend upon only magnitudes and not the direction is called a scalar quantity. They are represented as their own symbol. For example, if you travel to Delhi to your relative's place, and if someone asks you about the distance, what do you reply? We say it was like 250-kilometer run from Chandigarh. You don't tell him that 25 kilometer towards east then west. We just say 250 kilometer. That means we describe it only in magnitude, and we don't specify direction. So it is a scalar quantity in which we don't tell about any direction, east, west, 25 kilometer west, 70 kilometer east. Okay, we just specify about the distance, 250 kilometer, 300 kilometer. So this type of quantity is called scalar quantity. Next is vector quantity. So what is vector? The physical quantities that depends upon magnitude as well as direction. Which depends upon magnitude as well as direction. They are represented by putting arrow on their symbol. For example, now if you travel a straight short path in a specific direction, then we say that I traveled 25 kilometer towards east. So in this case, direction is specified, so it falls in the category of vector quantity. When it tells about magnitude and distance, then this type of quantity is called vector quantity. Direction and magnitude. This type of quantity is known as vector quantities. Now, distance and displacement. Consider a boy going to a school then from school going to a market. A boy is going to school, then from school going to a market, then going to a friend's place to return his book, and then coming back home. Let's say he traveled 2 kilometers from home to school, then 1 kilometer to market, then 1 kilometer to friend's place, then 2 kilometers to reach back home. Then the total path traveled by a boy is total 6 kilometers. So the sum total of the path he travels in any direction give us the distance. So what is distance? It can be defined as total path covered by body in any direction, whether it is east, north, west. It is a scalar quantity. Formula: distance is equal to total path traveled, and the unit is meter per second. Now, characteristics of distance. It can never be zero. Distance can never be zero. It is possible that body moves but the distance is zero. If a body travels different path, then total distance is calculated by simple adding the magnitude of all the part. It is a scalar quantity. Let's understand displacement. Let's say that there were 3 friends, Ram, Shyam, Geeta. Now Ram has to go Geeta's place. He does not know the house, so what he plans? He first went to Shyam's place, and then with Shyam he went to Geeta's home. In doing so, he has to travel long distance, first to Shyam's house and then to Geeta. But if he knew the house of Geeta, then he would have taken a short route and in a specific direction. That short route in particular direction is called displacement. So displacement, it is the shortest route traveled by body in a given direction. Represented by S, it is a vector quantity. Distance is a scalar quantity and displacement is a vector quantity.